How do I start these things?
We'll say hello and welcome to another episode of DemDrunkBlokes. The OG is back.
Yeah, right.
Hey, oh, drunk blokes. Hey, oh, drunk blokes. Hey, oh, drunk blokes. Hey, oh, drunk blokes. They can't walk in a straight line. Their money's in a tight bind. They're driving round the coastline. Damn drunk blokes. They're drinking in the backseat. They're generating bullshit. They're puking on the carpet. Damn drunk blokes. Hey, oh, let's go. Climbing to the back now. Where they're going, we don't know. They're all boozed up and ready to go. They can't walk in a straight line. The glove box full of cheap wine. They're hammered out of their minds. Damn drunk blokes. They're drinking in the backseat. They're generating bullshit. They're puking on the carpet. Damn drunk blokes. Hey, oh, let's go. Climbing to the back now. Where they're going, we don't know. They're all boozed up and ready to go. They can't walk in a straight line. The glove box full of cheap wine. They're hammered out of their minds. Damn drunk blokes. They're drinking in the backseat. They're generating bullshit. They're puking on the carpet. Damn drunk blokes. Hey, oh, drunk blokes. Hey, oh, drunk blokes. Hey, oh, drunk blokes. Hey, oh, drunk blokes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the studio. Well, one of us anyway. It is the OG DemDrunkBlokes. I've got me, obviously, Shogun Pumbaa, and I've got...
We've got Logan in the house, but not in the house at the same time. In his house.
In a house. I've got Logan in a house. You know, it's got, from what I can see on the camera, it's got padded walls, a guy in a white suit walking around in the background, and that's some just nifty straitjacket you're wearing there.
Cheers, dude. But they've left me just my wrist free so I can get can to mouth.
Can to mouth action. Sounds like some new Corona version of Pornhub. Can to action.
That's it. Do you know what? I actually searched that. It is actually a top search.
Is it now?
Oh,
you make it sound like you was searching for it and just doing it for the viral thing.
No, I wasn't searching specifically for that. It was something else.
Yeah, can to mouth.
Can to mouth. But when you press the search button, the first thing that come up was coronavirus, and I was like, what? Anyway, so well off subject to what we're supposed to be talking about. But
okay, so it is lockdown for most people. Unfortunately, I'm an essential worker, so I have been back and forward to work, but I have got a little bit of time off. Yay! So expect a lot of us in your ear holes while we're all locked down.
To be fair, I'm back at work next week, but apart from that, it's like well, basically you're not on tag, ain't you? You go to work, come home, and stay indoors. So,
so expect some few different episodes from us. Hopefully, we'll get Lefty Leon from Catch Up for the Soul.
Catch up for your face.
We might have the OG comics book guy coming back for a little bit, but he's obviously a nerdisms now, leaving the network. How dare he? Networks. Anyway, yeah, we got all that to look forward to. But today we're going to give you another short episode, like we did last time. Me and Logan was in the room,
yes.
And we are going to talk about Death Stranding. Now, I know we're a little bit late on this, but
massively.
But the reason for being late is we're going to do a spoiler cast. So there's going to be tons of spoilers in it. So if you haven't played it, get out, we will shout spoilers every time we mention a spoiler, maybe, if you're lucky. But if you haven't finished
Probably
it...
not.
But if you haven't finished it, go out, finish it. Fucking brilliant game. We're about to tell you exactly what happens in it. If you don't want to play it, just listen to us, and obviously tell all your mates that didn't like it, and we'll tell them why they're wrong.
With this specific game, you're wrong. You do like it, just wrong.
That's right. So
I'm basically a mule now.
A mule? What, like the
I'm addicted to delivering. Yeah, it's the thrill of the pickup and the
thrill, the drop off. But that's what not mules hold. You're dropping off, so that's where you're different.
Yeah, I suppose.
Right, so
I'm nearly a mule.
You're nearly a mule. You're half a mule. You look like a donkey, so you're nearly there.
Eventually, I'll turn into some sort of golem-like creature and be like, depression. Be sitting on a pile of fucking postmen.
Pile of postmen. Is that what you were searching on Pornhub? The pile of postmen.
Pile of postmen. Yeah. Coronavirus postman.
Right, so. Give you the blurb of the first thing you search on the internet. If you're going to search Death Stranding, it says Death Stranding is an action game developed by Kojima Productions. It's the first game from director Hideo Kojima and Kojima Productions after their disbandment from Konami in 2015. That's it. That's all you got. That's the Google search. So
that's the Google search.
That's what it is. And I don't blame them, because trying to explain this game, fuck me, you'd need a degree in explanatory vocabulary.
My missus has sat there and pretty much watched me play this game from beginning to end over the last week and a half, 2 weeks-ish. And shit, at times she's like, what is happening? And I'm like, Emily, I don't know. So how am I supposed to be able to tell you? I have no idea, but you just watched it and you're playing the game. So? Doesn't mean it has to make sense.
I think this is what I said when I mentioned it in our first episode back. I said it's a brilliant game. And yeah, a lot of it doesn't make sense, but it's like, it's lore to its own world. So until you play through it and sort of, when they start mentioning things at the beginning, you're all confused. You're like, what? But
so confusing.
It's not supposed to be explained at that point. You're watching something that's already happened, and the characters are just talking about it as if it's normal.
Yeah. So it's not that normal thing that you get where everything's explained to you and you slowly spoon-fed how the game works. It's like, basically, they all know what's happening. You don't have a fucking clue. Start learning.
Yeah, that is it. And the thing is over the time you play it, and that's what I said to you, don't rush it with a story. No. Like, do lots of deliveries and stuff, because it lets you take in that bit of information that they were talking about. And then when you walk across to a certain area, you sort of go, oh, that's what they were talking about. And then it all sorts of falls into place if you play it at a medium pace. I wouldn't say rush it. You can long it out, but
I definitely wouldn't rush this game. This is a game that is to be played and enjoyed.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing. A lot of the critics, because obviously it polarised fucking critics across the world, didn't it? Mainly in America. They didn't get it. But
half of them are wrong, and the other half agree with us.
But they I think that's the other thing. Imagine you had to review this game and you was given it 3 days before release and you had to review it on release day. You're not going to be able to understand what's going on, are you? You do need to sit down, give it its time, and, as I said, let it sort of seep into you.
I think, to be honest with you, I couldn't have talked about this game halfway through it, or a third of the way through it. I literally needed to be able to complete this game before I could even attempt to say that was really good. Because until the end of the game, I was just like, I don't know if this is a good game. I'm just fucking confused. Like, this is just shit the bed. There's so many things going on, and they pummel you from every angle. All these different relationships, all these different people. They're smacking you one after the other, and it all makes sense at the end. But like halfway through, you're like, I was texting you at 12 points, wasn't I? I was texting you like, what the fuck is this game?
And I was like, don't worry about it, just build roads, because where you're going, you build roads.
Yeah, you build roads. And then once you get to the mountain, you build zip lines.
Yeah. Roads, zip line.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, so brief overhaul. The game is, as you've probably heard, walking simulator, delivery simulator, post-apocalyptic postman type jobby.
With a little bit of action, with a spattering of action in there.
A spatter of action, but if you're in a post-apocalyptic world, you expect some action, right? I mean...
Yes, of course you would.
But the weirdness comes in after that. I mean, Matt, you've played it most recently. Do you want to start with the beginning and what's presented to you?
So, from the way basically, there's just been an event, or recently within the last sort of maybe decade or so, you don't know exactly when, but there's been an event called the Stranding. It's released a load of these ghost-like creatures called BTs into the world. It's become really dangerous. When you die now, you necrotize, and basically you can end up exploding, causing an antimatter explosion, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. So it's like you have to be really careful. This is where you start off. The Death Stranding. You're basically a policeman, essentially, and you're just going from day to day. You get taken on, or you get recruited by then the beginnings of the UCA, the United Cities of America, not the United States, and they're trying to rebuild the country, essentially, and they need your help to do it by linking up all the different points, all the way from the east coast all the way over to the west coast of America. That is essentially what you're doing.
Yeah, so there's a little fuzz there, so just to clarify, you're going from east coast to west coast and linking up. There's a reason they've picked you, though, and that's because you suffer from... What's it called?
You're a repatriate, and you've got dooms.
Dooms, that's it. You've got the dooms. And I know that sounds scary, but it basically means you're powerful, sort of thing. It's like you've got a resistance.
Yeah, you're not affected. Yeah, you've got a resistance to the BTs, meaning that you can fight them, and they're actually... It actually turns out during the game, you find out they're actually pretty much, well, your blood is deadly to the ghosts. I wouldn't
say deadly. This is the other thing, like, just to track back on the BTs and you say they're like ghosts. I always thought it was weird that, when you first trigger them... and
because they're not ghosts.
But they don't attack you. They're like trying to, when they're in the floor and they go... and they catch up with you and you get that big ring of tar... It's like they're trying to crawl out using you. Like they're trying to pull themselves up your body, but you're getting pulled down at the same time. They're like trying to swap places or something.
You're a conduit.
Yeah.
Like you're a conduit to get into the well. Yeah. Essentially it is, yeah. They're on one side and you're on the other, and they're trying to get through to the world of the living, and they use you as a conduit. Yeah. This is how confusing this game is. Because you're all wondering what we're talking about. It's so weird. But yeah, essentially that is what you're doing, and you've got to... Oh, I've lost you.
No, I'm still here. I've turned the video off for recording purposes because you was going a bit fuzzy.
Oh, right. Is that what it is? I'll do that then in my end as well. It might.
I'm not editing this out, so don't forget where you started.
Yeah, that's fine. So it's essentially you're the BTs, you're trying to rebuild this America. The BTs are like ghosts, like you said, or they're the dead trying to get back into the world of the living, and the world of the living is under attack. But you don't really know what's going on. It does build, and there is like a big bad guy who you think, well, the person you think is the big bad guy, I think, for a lot of it, which is a guy called Higgs.
Yeah, done by Troy Baker, voiced by the famous Troy Baker.
Norman Reedus is awesome, by the way.
I don't know. Like, I don't rate him as an actor, and making him digital doesn't help him. It's like when Mads Mikkelsen comes on, it's like, shit, that's an actor. Like, everything he says, you're hooked to what he's doing. Norman Reedus.
When Mrs. saw him on screen, she was just like, I recognise that guy. I was like, it's fucking Mads Mikkelsen. I recognise him. But yeah, it's like there are so many bad guys in this, or potential bad guys. You don't ever really know what the fuck's going on. That's what I said. Like, you really need to get to the end of the game before you really understand the game you've just played.
Yeah,
it's so confusing.
It's very aware. It's throwing you all these hints all the way through it, and it's like Kojima's pretty much laughing at everyone playing, going ha 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 ha, until you get to that end. We'll talk about the end a bit later, but
I mean, all the way through, it's all like, I mean, Barry playing a guy also, the other thing is I can't remember the phobia he's got. Basically, he has a phobia of being touched by other people. So you'd expect that this job is pretty much perfect for him too.
Well, I can relate.
Oh, and he's a repatriate.
Oh yeah, do you want to explain what that is?
Which means that when he dies, he essentially just comes back to life.
Yeah.
He can't actually die, so he's a repatriate with dooms, which actually makes him really special.
Really,
yeah, that's the whole powerful special side of him.
Yeah, so
that's why they want him to do it.
Yeah, so the dooms allows him to see the BTs, later on allows him to fight them, and the repatriation thing means that you don't die, basically. You sort of lose all your shit and float about in this weird sea-like environment.
The scene.
Yeah, and then you find your own body and you come back.
Mm-hmm. And you can link up with other players in the scene as well.
Right, this is the other thing I was going to talk about. So that's the premise of the story, and you do all that in sort of the starting area, where you mill about a bit, and there's like 5 different locations you can go to. Then you get past the lake. You go to Lake Knot City, right? And that's
Lake Knot City. Yeah, Lake Knot City is the next one. So you start off in capital Knot City.
That's it.
And then you work your way over to Port Knot City, and then you end up.
But the game doesn't really kick in until you get to Lake Knot City, right? So basically, that bit of the game is where it all really falls into place, and you start building your roads, and because where you're going, you'll build roads. Sorry, I've got that stuck in my. But yeah, and you get more equipment, and you can carry more, and you get an exoskeleton, you get delivery robots, which make me laugh every time I send them out.
Vehicle.
Yeah, vehicles. Well, you get the bike before, don't you? Well, you end up getting the trucks.
Lose it basically straight at the beginning, don't you?
Yeah, but then you pick up one before you get to Port Knot City.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
I forgot to plug my laptop in.
Well, Matt, I'll carry on.
No, that's it. I'm back now.
So then the game sort of falls into its own element, and that's where you get addicted to the delivery side of things and actually improving the world. And every time you open up a new link or a tether or whatever they're called, you actually invite
to the Chiral network.
Invite other players that have played the game into your game. Now they're not there physically, but all the stuff they've built and bits of cargo that they've lost will appear in your game and allow you to.
You can also ask other players to build stuff for you.
Yep, and deliver it. I've only done that once. Oh, the sign things. Fucking hell. Yeah, the signs. You can leave signs to do all sorts of things. Speed you up, cheer up your BB. Oh, fuck me. We ain't even spoke about BB.
Sorry, I was going to pick you up on something. The Dooms thing that he's got allow him to sense BTs, but the thing that allows him to see the BTs is the BB.
Yes, because other Dooms users, like Fragile, can actually see them without a BB. Yeah. But his Dooms isn't as powerful as everyone else's. And he gets connected to a BB, which is a baby born of a dead mother or a comatose mother.
She's like in a coma, in some sort of coma. They never really explain it.
Yeah, they tried to.
they never like 100% explain it. Basically, she's in some sort of coma. And they're called bridge babies because they're a bridge between the world of the living and the dead.
That's right.
Basically. Which allow you to see the BTs.
Yeah. But when you link into it, as far as you know, you're always linking in and you get a horrible feeling and you experience some of BB's memories, possibly.
Yes. Possibly BB's memories, yes.
Yes. And then you get locked into hours and hours and hours of walking around, delivering cargo, driving around, building roads.
Which, might I add, sounds boring. It's really, really not.
It isn't, no. It's one of the most addictive things I've seen. It's one of the most addictive new mechanics I've seen in a game. Because if someone gives me a fetch quest in a fucking MMO, or an RPG, I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
but in this, they've made fetch quests work. Like,
yes. But also they've done it in a way that you like it. You don't just enjoy it; you want to do more. Like, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. So you want to do more to build up this chiral network to get, and they throw you the odd bit here and there, like the odd reward for like building up your stars, or like, and basically becoming more popular with each individual place that you come across.
So you're going to get upgraded equipment, like your exoskeleton gets bigger or faster or climbs better.
Yeah, or better. Well, I know it sounds silly, better boots, because obviously you do a lot of walking, things like that. But there's so many obstacles in your way all the time. You've constantly got to think about how to get to your next destination. It does make it so much more interesting than just going from point A to point B.
That's right.
Which is what they could have done. With this, it's like you really need to think about what you're doing and how you're going to get there, and then all of a sudden you can come across terrorists, mules, you can come across BTs, and then also you've got to deal with the fact that you've got timefall, which is basically rainfall, but timefall accelerates the aging process of anything.
Yeah.
Including your equipment and your packages that you're carrying. So if you stay out in the rain for too long, it damages your equipment.
Yeah, and stuff you build as well. Like, so stuff you build can deteriorate. But by that time, you should have linked to the chiral network, so other people using your equipment in other games can maintain it for you as well.
Yeah,
which is like, and it's all about liking each other's stuff. There's no sort of, I don't like where that is, I'm going to call the geezer again. It's, you just sort of keep getting, it's all about boosting other players. It's a really positive vibe of multiplayer, because you never...
Yeah. It's weird. It's like, I started playing the game, obviously, a lot after it came out.
Yeah.
So I had a massive advantage over you, who played it from day one.
Yeah.
Because by the time I played it, there was so much structure already built.
Yeah, I think in my little network, I've built every road, every single road apart from one, I built from scratch.
Yeah, see, it wasn't that I had roads necessarily built, but I had half the resources, like, already put in there and stuff like that. People had already put a lot of resources in for me, or there was already 2 zip lines in the sort of on the route I wanted to go in. So it didn't take me as long to do the zip line. I could bounce off other zip line blocks. You know what I mean? So it was an advantage to playing later rather than at the beginning. So that, I mean, yeah. But apart from that, yeah, it is really like, I build something, someone else uses it, and they like that, and you get likes, and it basically boosts your character and stuff like in the real game.
Yeah, because you level up in different aspects, and like, I mean, Jesus, I think I sent a thing out on Twitter when I was playing it about how much I leveled up in one go for building my first road. So by the time I made my next delivery, I went from like 10 in Chiral Network or whatever it is, the one at the top, to about 68 in one jump. Bridgelink.
Bridgelink, yeah. That's it, yeah. That's exactly the same here. Like that when all of a sudden I was nothing at first, you weren't getting anything on it. And then you get to like you said, like Lake Knot City, and you start building roads and stuff, and all of a sudden I was on like 60, and I was like, where'd that come from?
Yeah, man. And it's a good little reward system as well. Like, even if it's just the stuff you've built and you make a small delivery, it's like watching yourself level up. It's quite rewarding, even though you don't get much for it, I suppose. But it does. It all keeps you going, and it's like it's a good balance between doing something and the reward you get for it.
Yeah. So I mean, essentially, the gameplay is really good.
Yeah,
they've really thought about it, and they've made it more interesting than literally just being a postman, which is what could have happened. Didn't. And then so the next aspect of this game that I really enjoyed was the characters. I fucking loved all the characters in this. It was like playing a film, like genuine. You know, like some games are like playing a film, and you think, oh, I really enjoyed those characters, but like this was literally like some, you know, three or four, like a trilogy of like epic films. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, yeah, no, I do get what you're saying. It's like it was done because there's less action in it. Like, I mean, you could say the same for things like Red Dead, the story mode. Which plays out like a film, and there's so many great characters in it. But you've also got a lot of other shit to do in Red Dead, where, because this is sort of minimalist on what you do, even though it's really entertaining, the story around it drives, and it's not like I was saying earlier, you don't rush through it to get to the next part of the story, although you want to see the next part of the story, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, sort of the storyline, just like shooting backwards a bit. Like, so the story and the characters keep you interested in one aspect of the game, and then the gameplay itself is addictive also. Yeah. So to me, it was like when you smash those two together, it's a constant thing of I want to expand the network and do better, because I need to know what happens, and I need to continue along to find out what happens, because they're literally giving you such a small amount of information. You're slowly making out what the fuck is going on. You can't. It's like, I need to know what happens next. Yeah. Like, this is so weird. I need to know where this is going.
But then, like, there are some points where you can spend your time getting to that point. It doesn't rush you to that conclusion. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't rush you at all. To be fair, you could start this game, get to Lake Knot City, and then never do any storyline. Yeah. If you didn't want to, you could just. I mean, like, yeah, you could do bits and pieces, but like that the sort of, once you get past pretty much what is the tutorial, capital to Lake Knot. Once you get to or Port Knot, sorry. Once you get to Lake Knot, you can essentially just like plod along at your own pace. Yeah. Just getting everything up to the maximum you want it to get to before moving on.
Yeah.
And spend like fucking 10 hours in between each story, like part of the story, each next part of the story. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't, so.
I mean, it is. Yeah. I mean, obviously, as you progress through the game, and it's not done at any rush or anything. It's all your own time. But unlocking, like, first of all, you get the bowler gun, which is basically a bolus that fires out of a gun that you wrap around people and tie them up on the floor.
I call it when you're on I've got an Ebola gun.
Yeah, I've got the Ebola gun. It's laying people out.
Yeah, just on the floor, fucking dying with Ebola.
They get wrapped out.
It's a game changer. It is a game changer.
It is. Although later on, when you're up against the terrorists, I find it's not as handy.
No, that's when you need your non-lethal assault rifle level 3.
Yeah, see, no, I didn't. Like, literally, I just turned into the fucking Hulk or Brick from Borderlands. I'd just pick up a piece of cargo and just smash it round their face. And then pick up another piece of cargo and smash it round the next one's face. And just weigh out entire fucking camps just like that. Just going like a madman, swinging bits of cargo into their face.
Oh, no. I always carried an assault rifle with me. Non-lethal, of course. Yeah, you don't want to kill people.
No, because
otherwise they turn.
And then you've got to take them to the incinerator.
Oh, so long. I literally killed someone once, and they were like, "Sam, you've got to take this dead body back. I don't care who killed him. You've got to take him to an incinerator." I was like, "Oh, I'm in the mountains. It's going to take fucking ages." It was just like, oh, yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. Just go non-lethal. If I have to give any advice, if any of you do go and play this after listening to it, non-lethal is the way forward.
Yeah, it's the only way. Again, it's that thing of, like, it's a very positive game. So it tries to get you away from that murder everybody, murder hobo style of gaming, and get you more into, like, every life is special type of idea, I think. I don't know. I don't know what Kojima was thinking. He's fucking off the fucking rocker, so...
You can really tell. With this, you really can. I said, I don't know what he was on when he made this game, but I want some.
Everything.
Everything. No, but you didn't like Norman Reedus then?
I don't particularly like Norman Reedus anyway. I mean, I like the character Sam Porter Bridges, but he's as plasticine as he is in real life, so it's just like whatever.
Fair enough. What was your favourite? What was your favourite character in this one then?
It's either got to be Mads, just because it was Mads, or it's going to be Deadman, isn't it?
Deadman was cool.
Yeah.
He was such a weird bloke. You just wanted him to appear again.
Yeah.
So what is he going to do now? He's going to drag me into a shower and talk to me in a shower so nobody can hear me.
Fully clothed and get right up in your face.
Bearing in mind you've got a phobia against being touched by somebody.
Yeah.
Like, oh God. The geezer just didn't know what was going on.
We knew everything going on. He was the smartest one there.
He was. He knew all the conspiracies before they were going to happen.
Yeah.
And
he helps BB.
He does help BB. He's a friend of BB.
Yeah, after BB pissed all over him.
Yeah. I mean, the relationship in this game between the biggest relationship. So you've got Sam obviously, but then his relationship between BB, Amelie, and Cliff. Oh, I can't remember his last name.
Unger. That's
it. Cliff Unger. Clifford Unger. Yeah. So they're the three sort of main dots that are connected.
Yeah.
And they're the one they're the characters that are really, really important. And it's just so good how he like pulls them all in. Yeah. Because obviously at the beginning, like Amelie she's the woman that you're trying to get to. She's like the heroine. Or no, she's the Princess Peach, isn't she? They actually say that in the game. So she's the Princess Peach, and you're basically Mario. So you're going to save her. Is essentially what it is. And that will fucking turns out a bit differently as well. We're going to do storyline. Do you want to move it? We're going to do spoilers.
I don't know now. Now we've got into it, I'm feeling like we've sold the game enough that people out there are going to go and give it a go. So I'm not sure.
See, that's what I mean. I don't know, because the ending of this game...
Fucking long.
The end of this game is massively long. There's about 10 endings. I don't know if that's an overstatement or not. It's one of those things where you keep getting to a point where you're like, right, this is it. And it's not. And then you're right, this is it, because there's credits. And it's not. So it literally is like that at the end. All I can say to you is the end of this film, the end of this game made me and my missus cry. The feels in this game is just immense. Just like you've got to play. It's fucking awful, that fucking song.
It's a brilliant song. I've got it on my playlist. I listened to it on the way in because I know I kill motherfuckers.
So I finished that game last night by myself at about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, I had tears rolling down my face at the end of it. I'm not even going to lie to you. It was very emotional early hours of this morning. This morning, then Pumbaa sends me. I was explaining it to Pumbaa. He then sent me the song, messaged me it. I then played the song whilst telling my missus the ending. And then she was bawling her eyes out. Like, for fuck's sake. But all I can say, it's a really pretty game. The gameplay's awesome. Keeps you interested. The characters are brilliant. And the twists in this game are fucking immense. It's so good. I really enjoyed this game.
Yeah, I mean, I think what we'll do is we'll start wrapping it up, saying I really enjoyed it. I took fucking play it. So I think what we'll do is we'll say to the people that are playing it now and the people that have played it and put it down, go out and play it now. And then maybe in a month's time or so, we'll release a spoiler cast where we actually break down the story.
Yeah, we can do, yeah.
Yeah, and then basically you'll know then that you can listen to that one if you've played it or if you haven't. This one you can obviously... We're giving you the option to go out and play and be entertained for... I don't know how many hours I played it for. A long while, for me anyway.
Fucking hell, I must have done I've done well over 100 hours on this.
Do you reckon?
Well over. Oh, easy. Fucking easy. I'm well over 100 hours on this one.
And was that all to get your little stars that you put on your fucking clothes? I mean, what a fucking rip-off. You do all this fucking work for cunts and they give you a little fucking gold star you stick on your trousers. What am I, in fucking primary school?
So some of it, yeah, some stars. Yeah, I'm not going to try and bullshit you as if it's like, no, I was doing this and that. The biggest time-consuming things in this one is building roads, building the different hubs up to 5 stars, and getting your zipline sort of network up as well.
I got mine on point. Mine's on point. I can go from one side of the mountain to the other and stop at every place and go back at any point. Fucking beautiful.
Fair enough.
It's beautiful.
I've nearly got it to that point, but I just wanted to complete it last night.
Yeah.
I think I've left like 1 or 2 places where I can't physically drop bang outside, but I can get pretty close. So
yeah, it's literally just all of them are just, because you've got like that ring of thing outside an area where you can't build anything.
Yeah.
All of mine are just on the edge, so like I literally drop and I just walk straight in. It's fucking lovely. It's such an achievement to get that right, because I was destroying towers, building towers, destroying other things to get more network so I could build more towers.
Yeah,
and then when they all linked,
so frustrating. But no, it's obviously from what everyone would have picked up from this is me and you both massively endorse this game. Fucking go and play it. It's great.
Yeah,
so much fun.
Would agree.
And obviously everyone's got plenty of hours to kill at the moment, so...
Yeah, that's true. So get out there, get it played, and then maybe after lockdown, we'll do a spoiler cast.
Yeah, so this is our COVID recommendation.
Yeah, COVID recommendation, Death Stranding. That's the title there. So, to wrap it up, what you got on the table next, Matt? What's your next game?
I'm currently going to try and complete. So obviously, Doom Eternal's just come out. I've just bought Doom, the one before that. So I'm going to play that this week until the weekend when Final Fantasy VII arrives, and I'm going to be playing a bit of COD Warzone as well. I suppose over the course of this week, probably with you.
Yeah.
I'll play a few games just to sort of
break it up a bit.
Have a bit of a go at it because I've heard some good things about it. So might as well.
Yeah, a bit of socialising, because like
a bit of socialising because we're not allowed to do that in real life, so we might as well do it over the internet.
There you go. I've got the complete Yakuza series, 1 to 6, including 0. I will be playing.
Sounds amazing.
Oh, them games are fucking epic. I'm on 4 at the minute. Number 3, like you said, you felt 2:00 this morning. Number 3 was just tearjerker after tearjerker moment over and over and over again.
That's why I said I don't think I should get it, because I'm a very emotional person anyway.
And I'm not, so that's a bit weird.
And that's what I mean. That's why I don't think I should get it. I'm just sitting there fucking just in bits, just not able to leave the house for a week. I can't believe they did that.
Well, apparently the 6th one is the number 6 is even worse because it's called The Final Song. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it. I don't even want to get that far. But right, so let's do a few shout-outs. We've got, obviously, DemDrunkBlokes presents Catch Up for the Soul with Lefty. Yeah. He's started up his YouTube channel a bit more. Going to have a lot of updates from the roof he's been doing on there. Yeah.
So some rooftop stuff, which is all really cool, actually. I really like that.
Yeah, so check out his Facebook page, DDB Presents Catch Up for the Soul. Check out his Twitter. We've got Slex Date Nights. What's going on with that?
SLX Date Nights is basically on hold at the moment because, well, they've closed the cinemas. So we're gonna and me and Dan, at least, me and Nerdisms are going to hopefully try and do exactly what me and you have just done. Yeah. If you wouldn't mind sending me a link to this recording thing that you're recording us now on.
Yes.
So that I can use it. But yeah, we're gonna.
No worries. Carry on. Carry on.
So yeah, we're going to try and do something like this. Maybe get the Smurf involved, because I mean he's more computer illiterate than me. I know that's a difficult thing to even consider, but it's true. So we'll try and get him on and maybe talk about some old films. But essentially, at the moment, it's pretty difficult to get us together.
You know, what has dropped on Netflix is like all the Studio Ghibli back catalogue.
Yeah,
I'll be up for doing some of them. That'd be good.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
My neighbour, you could call it My Neighbour Pumbaro Special Edition.
My neighbour Pumbaro.
my neighbour, because My Neighbour Totes is the film, and then you just have My Neighbour Pumbaro.
And then at the end, see you.
That's Korean, same but different.
So we're discussing it, depending on how much longer this goes on for. Because obviously I was ill, and then my boy's been ill, so it's been a bit all over the fucking place. Plus cinemas closing, plus everyone's isolation, so it's just an absolute nightmare at the moment. So we are discussing it, and we're going to try and get some content out there at least, even if it's just between me and Dan. Maybe, like you said, get you involved as well. Maybe we can do a bit of a collaboration just to get some content out there as well.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll have something in the next fortnight.
Yeah, definitely. We'll sort something out for then. Have you? I'll talk about it off air anyway. I've got some ideas already. My brain just went ding.
Ding.
So yeah.
Sleeping.
So as we've mentioned, Smurf Rider, Slexy Date Nights, Nerdisms, Old Comic Book Guy. You might hear something from us collaborating soon. I'm going to get this one out now, hopefully. And I'm not quarantined. I'm a key worker, but luckily I don't have to work for the next 2 weeks. So I will be trying to put as much content onto the network as possible while I'm off, and so on and so on. Anything else to say, you fat bastard?
No, not really. I'm back to work on Monday after being basically isolated for a month because everyone's been fucking ill, which I'm actually looking forward to. Actually getting out of the house and being allowed out of the house. So,
I'm sure I can wave at you as you drive past if you need it.
I just want to see what the world looks like. I've forgotten.
It's exactly the same. Even more annoying, actually.
Even more annoying because everything's working hard.
Anyway, that's the end of this. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much for listening, boys and girls. I'm at Shogun Pumba. This has been...
I'm Logan. MC Logan.
It's
I think on Twitter. I think is it at MC Logan? Hold on.
For fuck's sake, why did you bother changing it?
I don't know. Because we weren't doing it. It's at MC Logan 1607.
Oh yeah, because that's really easy off the tongue.
Yeah, but basically, I should just change it to Logan, shouldn't I?
Logan or Renegade Logan X, like it used to be.
Yeah, I know. I'm just MT Logan 1607 at the moment.
That's MT Logan, not MC Logan, people. MT for Tango. Massive tot Logan.
I'm sorting that. Because that is fucking shit, isn't it?
Massive twat Logan. Massive turnip Logan. Anyway, let's get this outro done. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been at Shogun Pumba. This is a massive twat Logan, and we will see you again on OG episodes of DemDrunkBlokes. Thank you very much.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
You be drinking, what you thinking? You be drinking, what you thinking? It's them drunk blokes, it's them motherfucking drunk blokes.